Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Today, as part of my project on monodrama, I am going to enact scene 14 from the Indian adaptation of the play Equus, written by Peter Shaffer and translated by Anju Alvanayak. This play tells the story of a psychiatrist who's trying to treat a young man who has a pathological and religious fascination with horses. Shaffer was inspired to write Equus when he first heard of a crime involving a 17-year-old boy who blinded 6 horses in a stable in a small town near Suffolk in England. The play became quite famous in 2007 when Daniel Radcliffe, our very own Harry Potter, acted in the original English version in the title character and earned a lot of criticism for appearing nude on stage. Incidentally, Equus is my first appearance on stage as well here in Bangalore when I worked with the Indian Ensemble Theatre Group based out of Koramangala. This particular scene comes at a time when Dr. Vidya, the psychiatrist, is speaking to all the relatives and acquaintances of the guilty boy, Nikhil, trying to ascertain the behavior behind his absurd action. In this particular scene, the boy's father, Mr. Ratnakar, played by me, approaches the doctor, Dr. Vidya, possibly to tell her something important. Presenting dear Toastmasters and guests, Equus. Doctor, may I come in? I'm so sorry, doctor. Did I keep you waiting? The traffic was a menace outside. Yes, of course. Thank you so much. Doctor, Vatsala doesn't know that I'm here. It'll be great if you know what I mean, right? Yeah, I hope so. I certainly hope so. Huh? Yes, I have something to say. Actually, I wanted to tell it to you the other night, but I couldn't in front of Vatsala, or maybe I should have. It might show her where all this stuff leads to, stuff that she keeps drilling into the boy behind my back. Actually, it's something I witnessed at home about 2 years ago. It was late at night. I'd gone upstairs to get something. The boy was in bed for hours, or so I thought. As I entered the passage, I saw that the door of his bedroom was ajar. I'm sure he didn't know. The lights were switched off, but the room was lit with candles. And from inside, I could hear this sound of this chanting. The kind I don't understand. It's one of those Buddhist chants. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, something like that. I looked through the door, and there he was standing in the moonlight in his pajamas, right in front of that photograph. So I was saying that I've heard the most perverse and atrocious rendition of this chant being delivered by my own son. He seemed to be acting some cheap fantasy about him having great reverence for that horse, the one in the photograph. At least, that's what it looked like in the beginning. As the chanting intensified, he reached out, picked up the photo from the wall, and placed it on the bed. He then assumed a stance as if he was the one being revered. You should have seen the look in his eyes. He took that stance, stretched out into the heavens and said, "Behold, I give you Equus, my only begotten son." Yes, I'm pretty sure those were his exact words. I give you Equus, my only begotten son. And then Then he picked up this rope from under the pillow. It was made into a noose. He put it into his mouth. And with the other hand, he picked up this hanger, a wooden coat hanger, and he began to beat himself. Yes, I couldn't say anything. I just coughed and I came back downstairs. Now do you understand why I couldn't tell Vatsala all this? It's her, it's all her. She doesn't understand the boy. She must have already told you about the Chinnamastika fiasco. Don't you see, it's everything she's exposing him to. See, I'm not saying that it's a crime to take your child to these weekend spiritual retreats. I'm not against Buddhism. I'm not close to the idea of tantric freaking embodiment of sexual energy. What? Of course you understand. Listen, doctor, I can't talk of things like that. That too with my own son. It is not in my nature. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Of course you are trying to help us out. Anyway, I just thought that you ought to know, so I came. And yes, there is another thing. On that night that he blinded those horses, he was out with a girl that night. I just know. I can't say anymore. Doctor, everything said in here is confidential, you had said, right? Okay, then ask him. Ask him about taking out a girl on that very night he did it. I'll take your leave, doctor. Goodbye. Thank you.